Hi all, welcome back to the final whistle then. It's match preview night then. Good evening everyone, hope everyone's good. Leicester City take on Plymouth Argyle at home park in the big Friday night football clash, and this game is absolutely huge. This is a real must-win now for the Foxes, and yeah, we've got to go and give it our all tomorrow night against Plymouth, who were fighting for their lives down the bottom of the championship in the relegation battle. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but yeah, hopefully we can go and pick up them all important 3 points. I'm going to be joined by Aaron from Argyle Life, the Green and White podcast. He's going to be joining me to chat all things Plymouth versus Leicester. And yeah, as we get to know the opposition. Guys, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It helps out massively. Let's use in Callum. Jack, you've got to do your week 43 predictions. Right. The week 43 predictions has been pre-recorded. It will be out tomorrow morning. It'll be out tomorrow morning on Friday morning. So give it a watch. Let me know what you think. And yeah, let me know your score predictions for the weekend. Hi, Bob. How are you, mate? David, how are you, my friend? Hi, mate. We've got off the hook on Tuesday evening. Hopefully we can start to make way towards the Premiership. Yeah, another tough game. And yeah, results went for us, didn't it, on Tuesday, despite the defeat to Millwall with Leeds dropping points. Ipswich as well. So, yeah, we're still top of the league. And now we've got to go and win every game, basically. You know, we've got a game in hand, which is good. And 5 massive games to go now, starting with the Friday night game against Plymouth. But let's get Aaron in from Argyle Life then. Aaron, how are you, my friend?
Hello, mate. I hope you can hear me properly after our technical issues. Yeah. Coming in live on my phone. So, yeah, I'm all good. Well, I would say I'm looking forward to it, but that'd be a lie.
Aaron, talk to me about what you do at Argyle Life, mate.
So we're a fan-run website, podcast, blog, Twitter account. Yeah, just all things Argyle, basically. As the name says, it's an Argyle Life. And yeah, just a bit of everything. I head up the pod side of things. So yeah, I talk a lot.
Fantastic. That's good. Tell me who your all-time favourite player then is, Aaron, for Plymouth Argyle.
That's a great question. I don't really have like an actual standout favourite. I think it would have to be. I've got quite a few, but I'll go David Norris. Why not?
David Norris, fantastic.
Or for the sake of this preview, let's say Lilian Nallis.
Yeah, that takes me back a few years from when Lilian Nallis scored that long range goal against Leeds.
Exactly.
So yeah, fantastic. Talk to me then. Let's get to know the opposition, Plymouth Argyle. 20th in the championship, 45 points. I mean, started the season off with Stephen Schumacher. You then had Schumacher heading off to Stoke. Ian Foster then replaced Stephen Schumacher. And then Ian Foster then got the sack. And then you've now got Neil Dewsnip, is it? Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yeah.
Talk to me from how things have started from the start of the season, where things were going really well to up to now.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, but a roller coaster where we've not dipped too high or low. We have emotionally, but not in terms of like league position. So it went incredibly well, obviously, as you mentioned, under Stephen Schumacher. Sorry, I just saw a comment there asking me if Paul Marriner's my favourite player. I'm not that old. Right. Yeah. So, yeah, like we're flying high under Schumacher. You know, we were on the front foot, attacking a lot of teams, and going for it in games. So I hate the whole, like, you know, when teams say they have a way, but you know, like the West Ham way or whatever. I hate that.
Yeah.
But it turns out that we had that. We had a Plymouth Argyle way, and we had an Argyle way of doing things that had begun life under Ryan Lowe and then Steven Schumacher, in the fact that we attacked teams, and we were never scared of teams, and we never paid anybody too much respect. Even up at your place, right? We lost 4-0, but there were still periods in that game where we were like, we're just going to play our own game, and if we get hammered, we get hammered. If we don't, we don't. Lucky days. And obviously it worked more times than not. Obviously a couple of promotions in there, bringing us back to the Championship. So, and then obviously Schumacher left at potentially the worst time anybody can in the season, just before Christmas, busiest time of the year, just before. You don't need to be sorry, Dave. Just before the transfer window opens, gutted our whole backroom team. Gutted. Obviously had the similar transfer targets in mind. Took Luke Cundle off us, who was on loan from Wolves. Finn Azaz left. Ian Foster came in, and it was just in terms of emotionally went downhill from there. But like I said, in terms of like league position and stuff, if you'd offered us 20th at the start of the season, I think I tweeted last night, you know, I wanted, or didn't want, but I expected skin of the teeth survival at the start of the season. And now it's here. I'm having a bit of an internal meltdown. But yeah, if you offered me 20th with 4 games to go at the end of the season, I think I would have taken it.
Yeah, I think when I did the Championship predictions at the start of the season, I did have Plymouth to stay up. So I guess that's a positive thing to hear. Talk to me about where it went wrong from Schumacher to Ian Foster. I mean, where did it go wrong under Ian Foster?
Well, it's a good question. When he came in, he was after his first month. We were unbeaten in the league, held Leeds to a draw up at.
So, has he gone?
You right?
Back there. Yeah, back there. Go on, carry on.
Oh, where did you lose me?
Yeah, as soon as I mentioned about Ian Foster, you said he was unbeaten for a month, and then go on, carry on.
I'll start again. Then you can edit the non-live version. So it started off pretty well. Came in unbeaten in his first month. We got the draw up at Leeds in the FA Cup. We finally won an away game, which we hadn't done all season under Schumacher. And it was okay. The football wasn't brilliant, but it was okay. We knew that we needed to solidify somewhat in defence, but then it went downhill because the personality he did have, we didn't have a chance to see that. He didn't interact with fans all that well. He kept telling us we need to respect opponents, and like I said earlier, we didn't previously do that. We just played our way. We were getting the defeats were coming thick and fast, and then we'd have the occasional win or the occasional draw, and you'd think it was turning round, but the football just became basically unbearable to watch in the space of 3 months. So we've acted now, and hopefully that's not too late.
Yeah, Neil Dewsnip took over. Yeah, is he the director of football? Is he?
He is indeed. He's the director of football. He's the man who hired, or would have had a key role in hiring Ian Foster, who he worked with in the FA setups. He also had a hand in giving Steven Schumacher the job, so you have to give him some credit there. He's in charge. He's got some previous managerial experience, but it's very limited. He's worked in the FA setup as well, but he's being assisted by a co-caretaker manager with an Argyle legend in the name of Kevin Nanskiville, and I can't imagine many Leicester fans will know who he is. But No, exactly. Local bloke, played for the club. An Argyle fan, loves the club. And he's just a brilliant bloke. He's one of our own, and absolutely love him. So yeah, they're taking us forward. Hopefully keep us up.
20th in the championship then.
Yeah.
45 points. This relegation battle has took more twists and turns than bloody Twister. I mean, how have you found it this season with this whole relegation battle? I mean, it's been really up and down, hasn't it? To be honest, it gets tighter and then it kind of like teams move away from it a little bit. Then you lose one game, you're back into it. How have you found it as an Argyle fan, and how have you found the championship relegation battle as a whole?
Yeah, it's been absolutely phenomenal. Like the fact that, you know, realistically, anywhere from 16th downwards can still go down. I think QPR and Millwall are safe personally, but they could.
Yeah.
Blackburn definitely aren't safe. So let's say realistically 18th downward could still go down. It's most definitely going to the final day for me, at least one place. And I think both places actually are going to go down to the final day. It's absolutely phenomenal. In the last 10 years, we've had something to play for, whether it be promotion or relegation, 8 times in the last 10 seasons. So we don't do easy mid-table finishes. One of those finishes were the 1920 season that was curtailed by points per game. We went up in third by a point, and we could have won the league that year as well. So we don't do easy end of season runs. 2 years ago, it was a record points tally needed for us to get into the playoffs, and we missed out an EFL record of not getting into the playoffs. I think it was 86 points or something ridiculous. Last season, we had to win the league with near record point total of 101 points just to actually secure the title. And this year, it looks like we could be on course for a record points total needed, or recent record, to stay up. So it's not been easy, but it's been fun from a fan's perspective alone. But and I hate to call myself one, but as a content creator, it's been brilliant as well. So yeah, exciting, but also incredibly nervous this season.
Yeah, it seems like a real roller coaster at Plymouth Argyle, doesn't it? You've seen the real ups this season, and you've seen the downs. You know. Talk to me about your key players. I mean, I've picked out 2 here. Morgan Whittaker, Hardy as well. Whittaker, 19 goals in the league, 8 assists in 42 games. Hardy, 12 goals, 4 assists, 36 games. I mean, how key have them players been this season in front of goal?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, our attacking play has been phenomenal. We are incredibly... we're quite leaky at the back, so obviously our the points we've picked up is predominantly through outscoring.
Evening, Ross.
It's been predominantly through outscoring teams. So attacking play has been phenomenal. Morgan Whittaker for £1 million is without doubt the best signing in the Championship this season. I don't want to hear your Ethan Ampadu's and your Harry Winkses. Morgan Whittaker is without doubt Championship signing of the season, and for £1 million at this level, you know, when you compare it to like Huddersfield, who are 2 points behind us, have signed a striker from Watford for £4 million or whatever. Like that's the sort of money sloshing around for squad players at this level. £1 million, like you said, 19 goals, 8 assists. That's just phenomenal business, and I can assure you, he won't be here next season. Even if we stay up, he will not be here next season. He is bound for, if not a top 3 Championship team, he's bound for the Premier League or European competition, Lazio or whoever. Yeah.
Last time we signed a £1 million player, he's turned into an absolute club legend. You know, exactly. Jamie Vardy. You know, achieved so much and gave so much to the football club as well. And Yeah, still going, Jamie Vardy. Leicester's.
Even then, though, you signed him in League One, right?
We signed him when we was in the Championship. He was at Fleetwood.
Okay.
He was at Fleetwood at the time. He was a non-league striker, and we took the punt on him for £1 million from Fleetwood, and here we are today for what the guys achieved. And yeah, it goes down in history in football, Jamie Vardy, and absolute goat, to be honest. And Steve, he says, "Don't mind me. I'm just here for Aaron. Evening, Stevie.
Hi, Steve.
Hope you're good, mate." Do you know Pieface, Aaron?
Yeah, he comes on our pod every now and then. Subscribe to Argyle Life, you'll see that. Yeah, it's a good lad.
Yeah, Jack's a good lad, Pieface Ross. Let's have a look what else we can talk about with Plymouth then. The last game, 1-1 draw with QPR. Massive point for Plymouth. Come back from with scoring goals again. Yeah, how did you find the real battling game against QPR?
Yeah, so Argyle haven't actually scored a goal at home for 584 minutes. The last two goals we've scored have been own goals. So don't expect us to be too prolific against you. Yeah, it's an incredible point, and after last night's fixtures, it's a very good point. It was a very meh point on the night, but Swansea, Cardiff, and Bristol City did us an absolute solid last night. So it's actually quite a good point for both us and QPR. I'd have preferred 3, but the way we played, I don't think we even deserve that point, to be honest. Some other Argyle fans might disagree, but yeah, not been brilliant of late. But to get 4 points out of the last 2 by not being brilliant, I'm not going to complain.
And the last question I'm going to ask on the opposition then is the last 4: Leicester, Stoke, Millwall, Hull City. Yeah. I mean, how many points do you realistically need out of them 4 games to stay up?
Well, a point from each would be brilliant, but I think we'll get 4. I think I can see us going to Stoke and just getting the win, and then we just need a draw from somewhere else, and I think we're safe. I think we could be safe with just 1 win, but the randomness of the Championship, I just don't want to bank on that. So if we get anything. If we get absolutely anything out of tomorrow night, even just limiting a loss, we'll see that as a bit of a win, because I can see you guys bouncing back with a vengeance, to be honest. But if we get anything out of tomorrow, that's phenomenal. I don't think we're banking on it. Let's put it that way.
Aaron, Plymouth versus Leicester, the Friday night football. Huge game for the Foxes, one that we have to go and bounce back in after that defeat to Millwall.
Yeah.
A real tough game with, obviously, respect to Plymouth fighting for their lives down at the bottom. You know, I think they'll be one that they'll give it their all. I think it'll be a real battling game. One that Plymouth will look to frustrate Leicester tomorrow evening. But, yeah, this is a game where is a real must-win for Leicester. We can't afford to drop any more points from now and in. We've got 5 games remaining, starting with the Plymouth game. And, this one is where we could take advantage. If we get 3 points tomorrow, then obviously it puts the pressure on the Leedses and the Ipswiches, doesn't it? But, yeah, what's your thoughts ahead of this game against the Foxes?
Yeah, I think I've already touched on it a little bit, but I can just see you bouncing back and returning to form. You know, if you look at your last 5 on the road, you've 1 win and 1 draw, right? And you've lost 3. Our last 6 at home, 1 draw, 5 losses. So yeah, it could be an absolute rubbish game. I can't see that. It'll be our 3rd Friday game in a row. After Good Friday, played Rotherham on Sky last Friday, which again baffled everybody why that was a TV selection. And then obviously yourselves, you've got to go for it, and I think you'll have more than enough quality to break us down. I just really hope we can play in like 10-minute intervals. First 10, just keep it really tight, nothing stupid. Keep it 0-0, and the longer we can do that, just the longer you'll get frustrated. Obviously, your fans will get frustrated. You've travelled a few miles recently and not picked up many points, so it's a long way down to Plymouth, especially on a Friday night. If we can make it that hostile atmosphere, and like I said, just playing those 5-10 minute blocks again, I think we could frustrate you. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but I think you'll absolutely paste us, to be honest. But I'd rather be negative going into it and be surprised that we get a positive result than go in it positive and then be pissed off that you've absolutely spanked us. So, yeah, we'll go for that. 10-minute blocks.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, this is a game where we need a big performance, to be honest. We are chasing promotion. We need as many points as we can now. Like I said, we've got to go and win every game, really, to be honest. Plymouth, though, like I said, we can't go and be complacent like we was on Tuesday night against Millwall, you know. We've got to use our quality to our advantage, go and be clinical in front of goal. And, yeah, just go and win the game, to be honest. It will be a tough game. Every game's difficult in the Championship, you know what I mean? There's no easy game at all, no matter where you are in the table. So you can't take things like that for granted, no matter where the opposition is. So, yeah, I'm expecting a good game between the two sides. I think, obviously, the likes of Whittaker, Ballymunba, Hardy and players like that will be key for you tomorrow, in my opinion. Who are your threats you actually look for Leicester?
Well, I mean, you've got quite a few of them, and to be honest, I find it hard enough to keep up to date with all things Argyle. Never mind the rest of the league. You know, I think a lot of it will depend on how many players you commit forward. If you, like I said, if we can frustrate you and keep it tight, and you keep throwing players forward, I think that those Mumbas and those Whittakers and those Hardys can get in behind and run at you, and at the off chance we do get the ball. I think for us, like, you're absolutely stacked with quality. Like, every single player on the pitch. Like, it doesn't. I don't know what your predicted lineup will be, but just every single position is just most probably a good 10 times better than ours, apart from Whittaker. But even then, you've got Fatawu, who's phenomenal. So even then, you're looking at an incredible footballer. So, you know, even your bench, if you want me to name your specific threat, I can't really. Apart from all of them, I suppose Mavididi did us a job. Mavididi did a job on us up at your place, so maybe him. Especially if he's up against Joe Edwards. Oh God, that would be the key battle. I think I don't hold much hope of him being able to nullify Mavididi.
Yeah, I think Stefan Mavridi's got to be at his best tomorrow night, to be honest. Against Millwall, it's frustrating to watch him, to be honest. He can be very good in some games, and then others he can kind of like go missing. And
I hope he does go missing, because, like I said, up at the King Power, he was absolutely phenomenal, and maybe should have had 3. But yeah, if he can go missing, that'd be brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, Sully said he's annoyed how we've lacked in the final third. Why do we try to keep passing it into net? Yeah, some say some are frustrated with that, to be fair. Let's have a look at the head-to-head then. Plymouth-Leicester, 20th versus 1st, 42-41 played. 11 wins to 28, 12-4 in draws, 19-9 in the head-to-head in defeats. Let's have a look at the Championship head-to-head at Home Park. Played 5. 2 wins for you, 3 draws. I mean, reading that for us, it's like, wow. Yeah. To be honest, that's not a good start. That's not really a good start. It probably makes you feel a bit more confident looking at that one, to know, you know what, that's something we can look at with that sort of start.
Yeah, I think actually, I think it's the last 10, isn't it, that we've got equal equal wins and obviously draws, against each other, 3 apiece and 4 draws. And I think, it's been a while since we've played each other at home park, so I wouldn't hold those stats in too high regard. But
no,
it's been a while since we aided your relegation down to League One. Just slipping that in there.
Thanks.
Under Holloway.
I forget about that season.
Yeah. After you stole Holloway from us.
Dearie me.
Which will slip in again.
We took Barry Ailes and all, I remember.
Exactly. Well, you did give us Rab Douglas that season, so it's not all terrible, I suppose. It's I don't think those stats give us any confidence in terms of how this game's going to go, but I do think it's a long way to Plymouth, and I think people forget how far that is in terms of travelling. Players can't really fly down because we don't have an airport. You sort of have to come by bus, so
it's a long way.
Exactly, it makes it a bit more difficult, and hopefully we can recover some of that that home park fortress that we had earlier on in the season. And like I said, I personally don't hold much hope in it that we can do anything against you. But like I said, if I go in a bit negative and something positive happens, it's much better than going a bit negative, then going a bit positive and something negative happening. If that makes any sense at all, it does in my head.
I'll just go with that. Let's have a look at last time out. There it is.
If we have
a 4-0 thrashing. I mean, actually, credit to the Plymouth fans who travelled down that day. They sang throughout the game. Credit to the away end. They actually made an atmosphere. And I mean, first off, you caused us problems, didn't you? Let's be honest. You got at us and played your game. Second off, Leicester picked you off, didn't they, quite early on? We got them goals that we needed, and it was all Leicester from that point. And I believe the goalkeeper, which is it Michael Cooper? Is it?
Yeah.
His parents are Leicester City fans, so
I believe he's a Leicester fan as well. So
he likes to see Leicester do well. So that's a connection we've got between the two clubs. A good 4-0 win last time. Obviously, a lot's happened since. Let's have a look at the last 5 then at home park in the Championship. A 1-1 draw 2010, a 0-0 draw 2007, a 3-0 win for you lot in April 2007, a 1-0 win January 2006, and a 0-0 draw in 2005. Interesting stat. And then, last time out at home park, a 1-1 draw. I believe you scored an own goal. And that ended up 1-1 in the end. And last time we visited home park was 14 years ago. 2010. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't help when you think about your age. It makes me feel very old that I remember.
It makes me feel young again. You know what I mean? I remember going to home park in 2010. You know, but you get older.
I think that was the Kari Arneson own goal, wasn't it? Was that 2010? That must be about then, because that's when he played for us. So,
is that when you had David Norris?
No, he would have been gone by then. But yes, it's up at our place. I remember at half time you were only being 1-0 up, and I was thinking, we could get something here. And then second half kicked off and you came out of the traps, and it was a case of, what was it, like 6 minutes, you were somehow 4-0 up, and we were like, all right then, maybe not. But yeah, that's what I'm saying in terms of you just having that quality that you should be able to pick us off. I would, if I was you, I would maybe spend the first 10 minutes sitting off us and letting us create our own space for you to exploit. But I think we'll see how that goes. But
Craig Noon scored for you. I think Amerson, is it?
Kari Arneson.
Arneson, yeah, there we are. Let's have a look. Some of the comments are saying, Plymouth fans have travelled some miles this season. I bet you have, haven't you, Aaron, with Plymouth this season?
Yeah.
What's the furthest you've done? I'm guessing it's Sunderland.
Yeah, Sunderland away. In terms of ever, obviously we've had Carlisle in our league a few times.
Yeah.
They've been fun. One of those was on a midweek night. That was fun. You just get used to it after a while.
You do.
You just get used to the miles.
What's the best place for a food review then?
Oh, food. Morecambe.
Food wise.
Or do you want Championship? I don't think I've eaten much in the Championship this year.
Where's the best place to eat? I mean, at Plymouth's ground. Not.
Oh,
not.
Coming. All right. If you're coming down, if you want something in the city, you've got to go to the Barbican. There's a few places along there. There's a few fish and chip shops and stuff. But there's a place called Captain Jasper's. You have to go there and get a Jasperizer, which is like I think it's a foot long or a yard long hot dog. It's absolutely amazing down there. Proper greasy food that you can scrounge a lot of. Obviously,
what about the ground itself?
I say obviously you have to get yourself a Cornish pasty. There's a couple of outside the ground. There's a couple of little pasty vans that do Ivor Genies pasties. They're more Devon pasties than Cornish pasties, but still phenomenal. Inside the ground they do proper Cornish pasties. That's the name of the brand, and they're just as good. Proper Cornish pasties. Yeah, I think that's all you can really get when you come down to the southwest is a pasty. I can't really recommend anything else.
Fantastic.
You can get burgers and pies and everything else elsewhere, but you can't get a Cornish pasty anywhere, can you? Not unless you're paying stupidly over the price extortionate.
Yeah, Stevie said that's his favourite. Duncan, Aaron's answered your question. Aaron, let's get on to team selection. I mean, how do Plymouth line up against Leicester formation and any changes would you make going into this game, or how do you think they'll line up?
It's a very good question because we've been advocating for a formation change for a little while, so I don't know if we'll do that against you. Personally, I hope we play like some sort of 5-6-0 against you and give Ryan Hardy a rest because he is absolutely knackered off and he just needs to get off his feet for a couple of days. Needs to go to some nice little country spa and put some cucumber on his eyes for the more important games. Personally, that's what I would recommend. I think you'll see a back three. I think you'll see Ashley Phillips, youngster on loan from Tottenham. Lewis Gibson and maybe Brendan Galloway. Dan Scarr has come back into the side and been man of the match for the last 2 games, but I don't see him keeping his place despite playing well. We just have better defenders. As much as I love Dan, promotion hero, but I think we just have better defenders. I think in front of they'll sit in front of Michael Cooper. We'll have wing backs in more than likely Joe Edwards and Ballymunba. And like I said, that Edwards Mavididi matchup is what you need to watch out for, because if Mavididi's having a good day, he's gonna tear him apart. And then a midfield 3, maybe a base of Adam Forshaw, who obviously won promotion to the Premier League with Leeds, and I want to say and Brentford, but I can't remember if that was League One to Championship. But solid, reliable midfielder, not very good off the ball, but on it, absolutely solid. Adam Randall, local lad, and Jordan Houghton. I assume we're going to pack the midfield like that. And then we've got former Leicester man, Callum Wright. He was in your youth academy.
Yeah, Callum Wright,
went off to Blackpool.
How's he got on at Plymouth?
It's a bit of a mixed bag. In League One, he could do no wrong, and we thought he was a brilliant player, but obviously under his minutes waned a little bit under Schumacher in the Championship. Obviously, we had Vinazaz at the time. an absolute phenomenal footballer. And then obviously Foster came in and just didn't seem to take to Callum Wright at all. Callum Wright's come back in and played the last 2 games, played quite well up against Rotherham, and then flattered to deceive again against QPR. So it's a bit topsy turvy. I think he's a very good asset to have in like a League One promotion chasing side. Is yet to cut it in the Championship just yet. I hope he does, but just yet. And then they'll sit behind your Whittaker and your, I hope, Mustafa Bundu rather than Ryan Hardy. I want to keep, like I said, I want Ryan Hardy to get his feet up. So you might not even see our best striker tomorrow. So yeah, that's sort of what I would hope for. But yeah, something like that.
Bar, food outlets will like music there. Fans are welcome to mingle if it's all safe. Yeah. Is it the fan zone?
The fan zone. There's a new sort of fan zone that's been like thrown up, but it's actually quite good. If you're an away day fan that likes to just get to the ground, there's a fan zone there. Yeah, both sets of supporters are allowed in. You've also got your own fan zone. If you go in towards the away turnstiles, you've got your own food truck and your own bar and stuff in behind the away end. There's just for you guys if you need that as well. So there's plenty of options up near the ground. There never used to be. There used to be just basically be one pub, and that was for
Interesting.
Beverley. But there's lots of options now.
Leicester's team. I mean, Hermanson will start in goal. I think he'll keep the same. I think James Justin starts tomorrow at left back with Vestergaard, Fass, and Ricardo Pereira. Fatawu will come back in. Harry Winks, Dewsbury Hall, Wilfried and Ndidi, and Stefan Mavididi. Striker.
It feels like a Hardy. Oh no! I was going to say it feels like a Hardy game, but it doesn't. Really
I think he might start. I think he might go with Daka because Jamie Vardy's played against Millwall, so I think he'll start with Patson Daka. We'll have to wait and see. Are you doing correct score predictions this week, Dave? I'm gonna talk about that at the end.
What's happened to? Sorry to butt in. What's happened to Tom Cannon? Have you still got him?
We've still got him, yeah. He has been injured quite a bit though, but he is around. I've wondered the same question. I think to be honest, I'd have started Tom Cannon tomorrow in my opinion because I think he deserves to be in the squad. I think sometimes we really lack in front of goal at times.
Players like that though are the sort of players that like us lower league clubs would have absolutely loved to have, but because of your resources, you were just able to like snap them up so nobody else could have them. I think that's how there was a lot of clamour around Tom Cannon, if I remember rightly, and it just felt like you snapped him up just so nobody else could have him. But maybe that's not quite right, but that's what it feels like.
8 million we paid for him. Frank Marshall. Callum's a good striker. You know, he has got things about him. When he has played, you can see what he's good at and that. And when we do give him game time, he does score goals. So he's our fourth striker, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? When you got like Jamie Vardy ahead of you and Iheanacho and that.
I forgot you even had Iheanacho. That's what I mean. Like you're absolutely stacked. I don't think you appreciate how good you've got it. In fact, you've got a fourth striker that's worth £8 million.
You say that, but Iheanacho ain't really played many.
No.
He's not played as many as I thought he would this season.
Well, just remember us when you go up. If you want to send us Tom Cannon and loan, I'm not going to say
no. We could sort you out. You could sign some of our free agents in the summer if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've got the wages for that. We'll take some loanees. That'll be fine.
No, Aaron. The last question I'm going to ask you, mate, is the score prediction. What's your head and heart, mate?
Yeah, my head says 4-0 Leicester.
Okay.
My heart says 1-0 Argyle on the break after we frustrate you and your fans are absolutely raging in the away end. But I just can't see that. I just can't see it personally. And what's really weird is that I am like one of the most optimistic Argyle fans I know. But the last couple of weeks,
is Stevie an Argyle fan?
I believe so. Yeah, I think I've seen.
So he's gone for a 1-1.
I believe I've seen
3-0
in our live streams, but
3-0 Duncan. What you going for, Aaron?
Yeah, so my head's 4-0. My heart says 1-0 Argyle, but yeah, like I said, I'm one of the most positive Argyle fans that I know, and just the last couple of weeks I've just lost it and just I don't know why. Just started to become a bit too negative. So we'll say 4-0 Leicester, but heart says 1-0 Argyle.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. I'm gonna go 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1 Leicester. I will give Whittaker a goal because
nice. I
think Dewsbury will score tomorrow. Yeah. But no, Aaron, it's been a great chat, mate. It's great having you on.
Cheers for having us.
Plug your channel in your podcast, mate. Let everybody know where they can find you, pal.
Yeah, so just find us at Argyle Life 1886. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of the good places. Subscribe to us over on YouTube. We have done a bit of a Leicester preview, but nothing serious. We didn't think we'd have time to fit it in. In hindsight, maybe could have done one today, but I've actually bit busy at work, so not been possible. But yeah, just find us on all your major social media platforms.
Yeah, appreciate it, Aaron. All the best after tomorrow night, mate, for the rest of the season.
Yeah, exactly. Save for yourself, mate. Save for yourself. As much as I would like to see Ipswich go up for the joy of seeing somebody else in the Premier League and not having to play Ipswich again for a while, I actually do want yourselves, Leeds and Southampton, to go up because then we get more money. So
appreciate it. Cheers, Aaron.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. That was Aaron from Argyle Life. Great chat, great insight into Plymouth Argyle. Evening, Scott. How are you, mate? Good luck to Plymouth after tomorrow's game, obviously. Take care, Jack. Yeah. Right. What's coming up on the final whistle then? So, the Championship predictions, week 43, I have pre-recorded today. So, that'll be out on the channel on Friday morning. So, go and check that out. Let me know your score prediction for the weekend ahead in the Championship. As I sat down with Football Martin, as we predicted the scores for the week 43 of the Championship predictions. There will be a match day vlog out Saturday morning. I will be travelling down to the game tomorrow as Leicester City travel to Home Park to take on Plymouth Argyle. So I'll be there making that long travel to Plymouth. So if you see me, come and say hello. Come and get on the vlog. Give me your score predictions as well. It'd be massively appreciated. So that match day will be out Saturday. Thank you to everybody who's watched. Really appreciate it. Argyle Life, thanks for having me on, mate. Appreciate it. Safe journey, Duncan. And that is it from me then. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And come on, the Foxes. Keep it at the final whistle. And bye-bye for now. Hi all. Thank you for watching the final whistle. If you enjoy all our content, please remember to smash a like, share, and subscribe to the channel.